back here again. One dad, one transformer. I've picked up a new cabinet I'm working on. It's a Bally Midway, like kind of one of their little cabaret guys, little squat, short guy. But the power supply needs some work, so that's what I'm gonna be working on today. Make sure these guys fit. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna use the old linear power supply, but I've got a switching one on order, but I want to double check that this isolation transformer works and get some of the fuses wired up, and then I can use this and maybe take this guy off, even if it is Midway branded here. I don't know if you can read that. Alright, anyways, I'm just gonna get to work. Yeah, it's a Bosconian cab, which I was looking, and they apparently are pretty rare, so I'll see if I can find a board. Although I did see there's a little FPGA board that has and runs Bosconian on it, so I might end up doing something like that if I can't find the right board. Then I at least have the option of running some other Midway titles on it, which would be nice. But yeah, I've never I don't think I've heard of Bosconian. I've never played it, nor have I actually seen a cab out in the wild where I am. So apparently I guess Galaga came out and then immediately was like a greater success, and everybody and their dad just ditched Bosconian for Galaga, so at least that's reading online. Either that, or I don't know. I'm just gonna set it up like a JAMA. It's just a JAMA cabinet for now, and then if I need to convert it otherwise, I will do so. But get my grounds going on here. I know I can get a socket, but by the time I pull my socket set out, I'm gonna be done. Okay, the wiring in the cabinet's a mess too, but we're working on it. Oh, this little power switch. I love reaching into my cabinet and having just exposed fucking giant exposed leads right where my hand reaches down. It's great. So obviously I'm not going to fix that. I'm just going to leave it the way it is because I'm a big fan. Yeah, the cabinet's pretty rough. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it though. I wish, I don't know, none of the art's on it. The bezel's gone. The CPO is kind of like, I'm probably gonna do a separate video on it, but CPO has like 8,000 holes drilled in it that I'm gonna need to fill somehow. I picked up a bunch of washers in the right size, although these ones are going to be tough because they're right where the joystick sits. So I gotta like fill this and sand it. I can't stick out in the back, so I'll get Bondo or something, and then I marked them, but these two are the original ones here, and then it's got this P1 P2 over here, but that's a separate video. That, or I put in I don't want to drill any controls, but I also have some old like half style controls that I could use, I guess, but I don't know. If I have the originals, I'll use the originals. Alright, you and you. This guy is very fat. Yeah, but yeah, so they don't have side art on the kind of old cabaret ones. I guess they're meant for bars and stuff like that. Like they're little kind of like wood grain front, wood grain side. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna like pick up some of the vinyl wood grainness, or maybe paint it, or maybe do some side art. If I do, I don't know. I know the CPO kind of has like I don't know if you played Bosconia but or looked at the gameplay. It's got like these space station kind of things. So the art on the bezel is like kind of like underneath, but it's like one of the little space station hexagon guys. And then the control panel kind of has like arrows and chevrons all over it. So but I found reproduction art for the control panel and the reproduction bezel. So I might go that route, but I might just, I don't know. I kind of want to keep it like original because apparently these cabs originally were super rare. So there. Okay, I'm not using you. There. I'm just gonna trim these all real short. Especially if I'm not using them. There. I don't know if I'll pull this out or not. It's kind of part of the cabinet now, but I'm definitely not using the wiring here for my supply voltage. You can go as well. But yeah, let's get this kind of nice and clean. I don't know. I hate having fucking disgusting cabs just laying around. You go there. Okay. This goes to the monitor, so I'll probably resolder some wire on there. But I'll leave it for now, maybe. I'm just gonna double check once I get this wired up. Okay, switch. So I've got a little diagram here. Power distribution. Out. So one should go. So it should be this and this as far as I know. But I guess it goes through a fuse, which makes sense. But where would these go? Maybe this is. Slow blow fuse, 15, 1/2 amp, 2.5 amps. Okay. Unless these were meant to come over here. But then where the shit does this go? It has to be. Because these aren't the same, even the same wires. These, I don't even think these exist in the cabinet anymore, so I don't know where these are supposed to go. That should be fine. This is the EMI filter here. Is this also brown? Okay, maybe they were wired over here. Okay. Well, let's get the soldering iron plugged in, and then we can carry on. There it is. Yeah. I don't know where you guys all live, but it is hot as balls in my shed right now. Solder. This fuse. You went to you. Okay. Brown to brown, which has to go here. Okay. All right, well, that's getting hot. Where's my solder? Somewhere. There it is. Hopefully this is all in frame. Maybe a little adjustment needed. Okay. Let's trim some wire. I don't know what gauge this is, but it's thicker than this shit, so it should be fine. Okay, how much do I need? About you? There, and I need one more from you to a terminal, so I just need one end to solder right now. Yeah, hopefully everybody's enjoying this channel. I don't know, I do tons of shit project-wise, and I don't figure I may as well do something with it. I'm sorry, I'm pretty shit at editing, but you know what? If you're still here, you probably are cool with that anyways, so. Are you hot enough? Yes, you are. Let's see if I need to crank up the heat to melt this giant pile of 800-year-old solder. Crank it up a little bit. Oh, there she goes. Get all this old junk out of here. Sorry if you can see my fucking head poking through. Clean that off. Be nice to see the hole in this fucking thing, so I can get these wires actually in there. So, yeah, don't forget to tin the tip, guys. Come on. There. Fine. We'll do a blob job on top. Prefer to go through the holes, but it is what it is. There. Get you back in there. Perfect. There. I might save this wire. I don't know where this is supposed to go. I guess maybe I could go from here to the supply on the switching power supply. Or I guess, and then this will be, why would they cut this? This has to be for the monitor, okay? Through the fuse for the monitor? Must. Why the shit would they cut that? I hate, fucking, God. Every cabinet, I mean, I tend to buy cheap cabinets, to be fair. I'm always a budget, you know, if I have the money, I'd buy something nicer, but I like to fix things up anyways, so. But every fucking cabinet is like, fucking, it's like drywall screws and fucking a nightmare. Everyone just does like I guess like arcade managers in the past were just trying to get this shit back on the floor as fast as possible, but goddamn, there's no, everything's just yoked together with fucking like mass amounts of glue and tape. All right, 1 and 2. Those. Come on. So the wire's like hydrophobic or something. It's not wanting to take the solder if it's like greasy or something. I could have cut it back some, but I thought this would just You know. You know. Come on. It's getting pretty hot, but my hands don't really feel that much these days. Got them old kitchen hands. All right, get you. Of course, I slid it too soon while it was still hot. Get you back over that way. I said get in, Smithers. Come on. There we go. Clean that up after. There. So that's done. White wire doesn't need a fuse. You're on here. I need you to here, and then I need you to here. Okay, so this comes off. Hopefully you guys can. It's like trying to work with my hands like visible is kind of awkward. Follow a few creators, and I always seem to do such a good fucking job of making everything visible and like easy to see, and I am the worst. Admittedly, the worst at just hold my hands here and blocking everything as I do it. So, all right, get you tinned up. Maybe a little more exposed than I'd like, but don't think anything's gonna be touching it that much. I mean, it's already like a fucking exposed wire anyways. Tuck you under here. And you gotta go over here. All right, come on. So we can get this blob down here melted first. Come on. There we go. Scratch through some of the disgusting dirt on top to get to some fresh shit underneath. Come on, babe. You got it. You can do it. Just a little more heat, a little more flux. Get in there. There we go. Get everybody in. You get in. You get in. You get in. There. Okay. Okay. So that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I need to clip you, and you need to go on the other side of this fucking thing. Alright, you get clipped. And you get clipped. And then I probably should have tested some of the shit in the middle of this, but you know what? Just fucking send it, right? It'll take extra time, and I am sweating my ass off in here, so yeah, I'm gonna try and get something up every Thursday. It's kind of seems to be working as a schedule. That doesn't quite fit well enough. I'm gonna squeeze this a little tighter. Not secure enough for my liking. All right, are we secure enough now to my liking? All right. There, get this out of the way a little bit. Now, when I plug this in, is some shit gonna happen? Is this gonna explode? Who knows? Will I die? I'm gonna turn my switch off over here. I'm gonna plug it in and then I can stand away as I do this. Also, has a ground wire here, but you know, of course, the operator's favorite, just rip it out. Okay, don't need soldering iron. Plug you in, hit the switch. Nothing exploded, nothing exploded. Let's check voltages here. I put a little dot because I always put the wrong end where it needs to go. Okay, hot soldering iron can go away. AC, let's double check everything. That's hot. I don't trust this switch either. Do I have a glove to put on to do this? Probably not. Let's turn it off and then I'll switch it. Good. Does this switch do anything at all? Apparently it does. Alright, we switch again. Back on. Boom. Check. Check my terminals over here. Boom. Check. Check my terminal over here. Boom. Check. Alright, so that means this has to be doing something over here. Boom. No. Okay, what are you doing here? Interesting. So you and you are fine, right? I saw that. I saw something. You and you are fine. No. What died? I swear it was all working. Did the switch die? I didn't hit the switch, did I? You guys aren't shorting out over here or something? No? I mean, I'm sorry I made fun of you, Switch. Is that it? No. Boom. Switch plugs, maybe? It's being weird. Alright. Boom. Got nothing. The shit. It was working like 3 seconds ago. Is this like a voltmeter problem? I got new leads for this thing because they were old and falling apart. Okay. Maybe it was a leads problem, not no, nothing. But down here we get something. But up here I get nothing. Really? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Alright, so this guy still works, which is great. And then I can take from this lead over here, switch this up before I accidentally poke something. I can take from this guy here after the fuse for these two. This one and this one for my CRT. This will just sit here as a fucking weight in the bottom. And then everything else can get rewired back up. This, oh yeah, switching power supply. Switching power supply. CRT, grounds, filter, janky ass switch that I'll probably replace before I put it in there, or put a box around it just so I don't accidentally touch it or have to unplug it every time I want to reach into this cabinet and not kill myself. I mean, I guess all this other shit's exposed here, so really, what's the difference? Anyways, thanks guys. If you like this type of stuff, hit the like button. Apparently it helps. I don't know. I'm new to this, but thanks.